Knife! 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 Knife!
Have you ever wondered what happens when law enforcement officers get attacked by such crazy Karens? LAPD cops shoot a woman who was threatening her family.
I said drop the knife! Get back! Get back!
When those sworn to protect us get attacked by such crazy Karens?
Get shot!
From kicking officers to attacking them with knives.
Karens are ready to risk it all just because of their attitude.
Stop! Quit hurting me! Stop!
Arrest time!
And much more. This video is going to reveal it all. On August 5th, 2024, at around 3:35 a.m., Fort Wayne police officer arrested 29-year-old Tyjana Smith, who was driving and ran a stop sign while driving at a high rate of speed. Dashcam footage reveals after the officer pulled over Tyjana, she denied that she pulled her car over due to the officer, which means she's up to something. Tyjana denied this when the officer told her she pulled over because she ran a stop sign and drove at high speed.
When you turned on to Alexander from McKee, you went right through the stop sign.
I didn't.
She didn't have a driver's license or ID, so she made an excuse to leave her purse at her friend's house. Things began to escalate when the officer asked the suspect her name several times, but she didn't answer. She hesitated to describe her identity, as she again said that she pulled up to pick up her friend and not for them, even sticking to her words that she didn't run a signal, and they confused her that she might have pulled over for the officers.
You got your driver's license? You have your ID, ma'am?
I don't.
You
I just
don't?
left from my friend's house. I don't. My purse is there.
What's that?
I said I don't. My purse is at my friend's house.
Okay.
No, but I didn't run to no stop sign.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
Okay. All right. What's your name? What's your name, ma'am?
After all, she was not complying with the officer. So he went to the side of the car and tried to open the car door, commanding her multiple times to step out of the car, but she didn't. The officer then forcefully had to open the car door and drag the woman too. But you can see another officer too simply tell her to step out of the car, but she demanded the footage of the signal she ran. After all, she should have to identify herself so that things don't escalate much.
Step up. That's not how this works. Step out of the car.
You just pulled me over.
Step out of the car.
For no reason.
Step out of the car.
No.
Yes.
But okay, so let me see me running the stop sign. You got your cam on, right?
We have cameras, yes.
Okay, so let me see it.
No, I'm not showing you the camera.
I'm my lawyer,
No.
you can back the fuck up.
Step out of the car. Step out of the car.
Do it.
Step out of the car.
Do it.
Step out of the car. Okay, step out of the car. Don't you fucking shit.
Passers-by started gathering, and you could hear them talking about the officers, though they hadn't seen what Tyjana did first. She even threatened the officers, saying that everyone was recording and they would lose their jobs soon.
Give me your fucking hands. Start this one up.
I know it ain't take two of y'all, bro. I know it ain't take two of y'all, bro.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
Nick, my arm hurts.
Body cam footage clearly showed that Tijana didn't comply when the officer asked for her name. She ignored his commands entirely and started looking through her phone instead. It was very difficult to arrest her, but she created this situation herself. If she had complied, she probably wouldn't have ended up like this. Do you agree? Let us know in the comment section. Officers arrested and charged Smith with resisting arrest, battery on an officer, and other charges. Officer Wills, who was present when Tijana ran the traffic light, had recently been the center of protests after fatally shooting 22-year-old Lindsay Parm in June. Following the shooting, he was placed on administrative leave. With that being said, let's move on to our second case of another crazy Karen. On June 15th, 2023, 23-year-old Joanna Lua tried to assault her family members with a knife, blocking their way as they tried to escape the apartment. Her sister called 911 for help, but what happened next will leave you in shock.
I said drop the knife!
Joanna's sister called 911 saying that Joanna was on drugs and holding a knife in their home, threatening the family. She explained that she had to lock herself in a room to stay safe.
Yes, there's someone holding a knife in my home. Can you please come?
Who's armed with a knife?
10-foot knife. Excuse me?
The person that's holding the knife, who are they to you? Are you guys related?
Yes, she's my sister. She's on drugs.
Body cam footage shows the officers responding to the call and arriving at the apartment. From inside, Joanna can be heard speaking nonsense, clearly not in her right mind due to the drugs. The officers commanded her multiple times to open the door.
Open the door! Open the door and talk to us! Wait. I can't hear you. Can you open the door?
But she kept rambling about random things instead. A woman outside the apartment introduced herself as Joanna's mother, telling the cops that Joanna didn't even belong there. However, when she learned that the police were inside, Joanna became anxious and uneasy about the situation. In the end, the officer had to take action to get Joanna out of the apartment.
Babe, can you open the door for us? We're just here to make sure everyone's okay. Can you open the door, please?
But when they knocked one last time, she suddenly claimed to be the victim, even though she was the one who had threatened her family with a knife. As the officer finally kicked the door open, it revealed a Hispanic woman in a white shirt, clutching a knife tightly in her hand, refusing to drop the weapon. With no other choice, the officer quickly reacted, firing both his gun and taser.
It's your hands, man. Over here. Put the knife down. Drop the knife. Put the knife down. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. I said drop the knife. Get back. Get back.
The shot and shock struck her arm, forcing her to drop the knife instantly. The tense scene came to an end, the weapon clattering to the floor as officers moved in. They soon handcuffed her. She seemed to be taking a breath at that time and was taken into custody. A fire department ambulance responded to the scene and transported Lua to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced deceased. Did Lua bring this upon herself? Was she a victim or a criminal? Along with these questions still disturbing our mind, let's move on to our third case. But before that, make sure you're subscribed to Bodycam Reveal. On the 1st of May 2024, officers from the Houston Police Department's Traffic Enforcement Division spotted a vehicle that had been in a high-speed chase just days earlier. The chase had been called off because the driver's speed put the public in danger. The officers obtained a warrant to take the vehicle. Later, on the 22nd of May, they found it parked at an apartment complex on the West Sam Houston Parkway. The suspect, 30-year-old Robert Johnson, was found with his 5-year-old daughter in the car.
And so this car ran from the police a couple weeks ago. So this car is ours. Go ahead and have your kids step out. We're going to do a quick search of it, and then we're going to have you remove your property, okay?
The officer parked his car in front of the suspect's vehicle while another officer blocked it from behind, leaving no room for escape. As they began the investigation, the lead officer told Robert that the car was familiar to them. Just a couple of weeks ago, it had sped away from police. Robert looked at the officer, suspicion in his eyes. He insisted that the car belonged to his wife.
This is my wife? It's my wife car. Okay. The car ran from us a couple weeks ago, and y'all changed the place on it, so the car is now ours. Yeah, we're seizing it 100%. This returns on seizing this car. Belongs to the state now.
But when the officer instructed him, Robert took his 5-year-old daughter out of the car and moved her to the side. Meanwhile, the officer leaned inside, carefully inspecting the vehicle's interior. Things took a sudden dark turn when Robert started gathering his belongings from the car. The officer told them they needed to inspect everything first. But Robert didn't listen. In a flash, he resisted, grabbed the officer by the arm, and made a run for it.
I'm getting everything.
No, you're not.
You're not! Hey, grab him! Hey! Ah, shit! Get him!
A gunshot echoed through the air as he disappeared into the distance, leaving his 5-year-old daughter standing there alone by the roadside. Officers now had both an abandoned child and an escaped suspect on their hands. Another body cam video showed clearly how hard Robert grabbed the officer, trying to push him down before running away. The struggle looked rough, but luckily Robert didn't have a weapon. If he did, the officer could have been hurt badly. Another body cam video captured Robert's escape. Thinking he could get away easily, he took off running. But a few officers quickly noticed and started chasing him. Robert ran ahead, reached a wall, and climbed over it, slipping out of sight as he fled. As officers continued to search for the suspect, he robbed a female at gunpoint. He was eventually located again with assistance from an HPD air support helicopter and taken into custody without further incident. He was charged with 4 serious crimes in state district court. These charges included aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated robbery, felony possession of a firearm, and possession with intent to deliver marijuana. He also faced a 5th charge for misdemeanor evading arrest on foot. Moving on to our 4th case. On the 16th of October 2024 in Atlanta, Georgia, police officers arrested 36-year-old Jenny Johnson, who had robbed an elderly woman of her cell phone. When an Atlanta officer found the suspect's car parked at a car wash, the suspect quickly reversed and sped away. The chase moved on to the highway, where officers used a pit maneuver to stop the car. It came to a stop against the median wall.
Continue on 285. Please continue to give us locations. Get it, Griff. Get it, Griff.
The woman inside tried to run away on foot, but was quickly caught by the officers. They immediately handcuffed her and took her into police custody.
Get the fuck down! Get the fuck down! Put him on your back! Put him on your back! Put him on your back!
Jenny Johnson was charged with armed robbery, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, theft by receiving stolen property, and fleeing from the police.
On the 18th of July, 2022, the Volusia County Sheriff's Office responded to a burglary call. Officers were dispatched to the location, but little did they know that they would have to encounter an 18-year-old Karen who didn't plan to be cooperative from the very start.
Hey, stop the car. Stop! You stay here? What are you doing here? Turn the car off. Turn the car off now.
The suspect was about to leave the location when cops quickly recognized her. She was about to flee the scene, but cops reacted quickly. Shockingly, she wasn't alone in the car. A guy was sitting in the passenger seat as well. You might be thinking that the investigation will start from this point onwards, but watch how Karen reacts when the officer asks her to step out of the car.
Turn the car off now. Turn it off.
What did you do? Because I'll punch you in your nose.
Hey.
Brother, let me tell you something.
Explain to you
Don't
what
you
we're
ever
doing.
put your hands on me, and I
am
don't
responding.
I don't give
Hold
up.
up. I'm responding to an alarm call.
Put your hands on
Wow.
me, and I didn't turn up on you.
Turn around.
What your oh my mama.
Nobody's
I don't
under.
know. Stop
Stop.
punching me.
Turn around.
Before the officer could start with questions, Karen decided to argue and shout.
Hey.
Brother, let me tell
let
you
me
something.
explain to you
Don't
what
you
we're
ever
doing.
put your hands on me, and I
I
don't
am responding.
I don't give
Hold
up.
up.
She was so stubborn to listen to what this cop had to tell her. Looking at the escalating situation, the cop was keeping her calm, but he knew what he had to do to control this Karen. She didn't just shout, but kicked the officer multiple times and hit his head with a closed fist.
Turn around.
Stop
You're not
touching
under.
me.
You're not
I
under
don't
arrest.
care. Put me
Under
out. Spit
arrest.
on you. Stop.
Under arrest. Stop.
Don't hold my hair. What's wrong with
Get down.
As soon as the officer asked her to turn around to arrest her, she started resisting. She was screaming and shouting. It was obvious that she wouldn't give up her Karen attitude anytime soon.
Get down now.
If the suspect doesn't calm down by verbal communication and de-escalation fails, officers may use physical restraint techniques to arrest the suspect. This can include using handcuffs or other restraining devices.
Bro, chill, bro. Babe, stop. Babe, stop.
40 cents for him stepping up. Get down now. Get down now. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
This action of the cops was justified here. However, even while getting arrested, she didn't stop resisting. When finally under cuffs, she accused the officer of harassing her. The officer had to use force because this suspect posed an immediate threat to him, as she had already kicked the officer multiple times.
Get down now. Get down now. Get down.
I don't care.
Get down.
Stop moving. Stop pushing the ground. Oh! Okay, baby, just chill.
Put your hands behind your back. That's what's gonna happen.
This Karen knows that she has no way out now, so she started complaining about the cuffs hurting her wrist.
Stop talking to me and fix the cup.
Meanwhile, the officer didn't let her go until the backup arrived at the scene.
I'm trying not to hurt you. I am trying not to hurt you. Sit down. I said sit down.
Stop talking to me and fix the cup. Fix
The officer gave her to the female officer who came with the backup. She didn't stop acting up and misbehaved with them as well. Tough day for the officer indeed.
Stop pulling
Stop
away.
touching me. My wrist hurts. I'm gonna pull away. Fix my cup.
Turn around.
I asked way too many.
Will, so just turn around and relax.
Fix my cup.
Turn around and
I
I will
asked
fix them.
way too many.
Will, so just turn around and relax.
Let me fix my wrist, bro. Cause that's hurt.
Okay.
Wrist,
Well,
bro.
you keep moving, so stop.
Oh my God.
Chill out, stop.
Somehow this woman was made to sit in the patrol car, but till the end she kept shouting and screaming, complaining about her wrist.
I don't care. Open my door.
You don't care. My wrist
Get
hurt.
in my car now.
My wrist hurt, though.
Get in.
My wrist hurt.
Okay.
Get
Wrist
in.
hurt. I'm
You
telling
calm
you.
down, we'll help you out, okay?
But she cannot be in my face.
Okay.
Neither one of them. Get out of my face.
Okay.
Eventually, this 18-year-old was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer. Do you think the cops acted rashly while arresting her, or she deserved it?
Stop pulling
Stop
away.
touching me. My wrist hurts. I'm gonna pull away.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Make sure you're subscribed to Bodycam Reveal. We are moving on to our second case of a crazy Karen who just didn't attack cops but risked other people's lives as well. On the 11th of May 2023 at 3:18 p.m., the police officers remanded a 41-year-old Florida woman named Breanne Gallery, who was accused of keying cars and trying to stab a deputy with a sharp fix-a-flat tool.
Put your hands behind your back.
Stop.
I'm gonna
You're gonna come through.
The officers in Flagler County, Florida, immediately came up to the scene when someone had called them about Gallery. The suspect resisted when the sheriff's officer tried to ground and handcuff her.
put your hands behind your back. Do it now. Put your hands behind your back now. You're gonna get tased if you don't put your hands behind your back. You know that, right?
When suddenly Gallery saw the cop running towards her, she tried to run as fast as possible along with her bicycle, but the cop grabbed her tightly so that she could not run from the situation she had created herself. What a crazy Karen she is.
Come here, now. On the ground now.
You're gonna let
Lay
me go?
on your
I got all
stomach.
your fucking footage
Lay on
the
your
TV.
stomach.
As soon as the cop grabbed her, she started shouting and giving references to the TV programs. Still, it made no sense because she was being recorded in the body camera footage. She said that she knew she was being recorded, that's why she resisted that much and didn't even listen to a single order of the officer, which was also against the law.
Lay on your
No,
stomach.
you're gonna bring out all your producers right now. All your TV you're gonna bring them out now. Bring them out now.
What are you doing this for?
Because y'all are videoing me. You know you are. I've told you to stop for years. You know, stop it.
You can see that Karen didn't cooperate with the police officer. She even tried to hit him with a sharp tool she had in her hand when the officer pulled her hand behind the back to handcuff her. Now she did the second thing against the law, and that will extend her time in jail.
Put your hands behind
You're
your back.
gonna stop.
You're
gonna come through with
Now I'm not playing with you. Put your hands behind your back now. You're gonna get tased if you don't put your hands behind your back. You know that, right?
The cop finally handcuffed Karen. Still, she didn't even feel guilty about what she had already done.
the vape. You dummy.
No, that though, you seen that right there, right?
Oh yes, that's what she was stabbing the car.
Okay.
It was so hard for the officers to pick her up towards the patrol car because she was resisting too much, so they finally used a taser to take her towards the police station.
The vape. You dummy.
Gallery's behavior was so unbearable that even they pushed her into the patrol car. Otherwise, there was no other option left for them.
Hey.
Gallery was charged with multiple things, which included aggravated battery and resisting an officer with violence. Not only this, she was also accused of domestic violence and disorderly intoxication in the past. This means that the law should take strict action against her, otherwise she will harm others in the future too. So, what's your point of view on Karen's behavior and what should be the law for her? Do let us know in the comments section, and do subscribe to Bodycam Reveal to watch amazing law and crime videos. On September 29th, 2023 at 10, the Morris police officer shot a woman named 40-year-old Olivia Schwab. The 40-year-old had a knife in her left hand and approached him, intending to kill him. The police officer, Nick Pampanella, along with a female officer, Cassie Price, reached the location from where they had received a call from counselors who worked with Olivia Schwab that she threatened herself with a knife.
1863. Miss, drop the knife. Drop the knife.
As soon as they were approaching Olivia, she began to walk towards Officer Nick with a knife in her left hand and was on her cell phone talking to the counselors in her right hand.
Here you are! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife, miss!
Now, it was hard for the officer to take control over her. Also, he ordered a female officer to the taser so that they could immobilize her and protect himself as well as others from any loss.
Casey, taser! Stop it!
As Olivia speeds toward the officer, he shoots her 3 times, and suddenly she dies on the spot due to her own negligence.
Stop it! Take a shot! Fuck!
Shots fired, Grundy. 752. Step it up.
But do you think that the officer should fire, or should he attain a different way? They finally handcuffed her in the parking lot after she got shot by the officer.
Handcuff her. Take that knife away.
Another officer's body cam footage shows the same moment when shots were fired at Schwab. It was very clear that she approached the cop with a knife. All the actions of the cop were later found justified.
I'm gonna shut this down. Nick, go stand by. Go stand by over your squad car.
Fuck!
The lawsuit documents claim that Schwab had a history of mental illness and was in the process of transitioning from a residential facility into her apartment when the shooting occurred. Later, the teenage children of Schwab filed a federal lawsuit against Morris Police, but according to the Grundy County State Attorney's Office, both officers involved were not charged and the use of deadly force was justifiable. Before moving on to our last case of crazy Karens, make sure you hit the subscribe button of Bodycam Reveal, because things are about to get more serious.
Drop the knife, please. Drop the knife.
On the 14th of July, 2023, at 12:32 p.m. in Orlando, Florida, the police were informed by the suspect's boyfriend that his girlfriend, Rachel Ellis, was talking about hurting herself and that she had a knife.
Listen, I know you got a job at TJ Maxx. I know you want to see Paisley.
The police arrived at Rachel's apartment and tried to communicate with her politely so that she could come outside without hurting herself, but she didn't answer them, nor did she open the door.
I just want to talk to you. I heard you got a job at TJ Maxx and you were doing great. I know you're hurting, but I just want to talk to you out here. Can you open the door and come outside?
The female police officer called Rachel on her number, which she picked up instantly and talked for a while, but then disconnected her call.
Hey, Rachel. I just want you to come outside so we can talk. Listen, I know you got a job at TJ Maxx. I know you want to see Paisley.
She finally came out of her apartment, but with a knife in both hands, being so abusive with the officers, then again went back into her apartment. Looking at the behavior of Karen, it was very obvious that the cop had to drop the idea of verbal interaction, but look how Rachel reacted when cops were trying to be cooperative with her.
They're right out here, mate.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey.
Drop the knife, please.
No.
Rachel.
Drop the knife, please.
Put the knife down, Rachel.
Exactly what the fuck I
Rachel, drop the knife.
Fuck you!
Rachel came outside again, but this time she ran towards officers with knives in both hands to harm them, but the officers shot at her instantly to save their lives. Body camera footage of another police officer at the scene showed proof of Rachel attacking the cop. But as soon as she tried to approach officers with a knife in her hand, shots were fired directly at her. Two of the officers continued firing at her until she lost her conscience and fell to the ground. The adult female subject was pronounced deceased on the scene by OFD. No officers were injured, but a young girl was gone.
Rachel, drop the knife, please. Drop the knife out of your palm.
On the 5th of October 2023, a 51-year-old woman, Suzanne Laprise from Plainville, walked into the lobby of the Bristol Police Department and opened fire multiple times into the front lobby desk office window. Fortunately, no officer was harmed in this incident.
Okay, go.
CCTV footage shows that as soon as Laprise entered the police lobby, she started banging on the windows with a gun in her right hand and a cigarette in the other. It can clearly be seen from the footage that no one was there at the time. After several attempts to hit the window, she began shooting at the windows, firing multiple times, but the windows were bulletproof, so there wasn't any major damage and the bullets didn't get through them. She was completely out of her senses, appearing drunk as her actions were unsteady and intoxicated. She set the gun aside while taking off her jacket, then picked it up again and sat in the lobby. It seemed like she was waiting for the police to hurt someone. After a while, Laprise started shooting at the window and the door before pointing the gun at her head. It was an awful situation where she didn't even realize she was trying to end her own life. Officers arrived at the scene and carefully tried to handle the situation. During the interaction, Laprise fired additional rounds towards the officers. As soon as she moved back, the officers fired the taser to restrain her. She was then taken to the hospital for an evaluation, but was later released to police custody to pay the consequences of her mistake. The court hearing revealed that before the shooting, she had gone to a bar and drank. Afterward, she told the woman outside the bar she had a gun on her and was going to the police department to tell them to kill her or she would shoot them. Laprise may have had mental health issues, as she had already asked the same woman for a place where she could seek mental health support. Additionally, her defender stated that she had major family issues. However, we can't ignore the crime she committed. Laprise was charged with attempted murder with special circumstances, illegal discharge of a firearm, and criminal use of a weapon under the influence of drugs. Do you think these charges did justice to the crime she committed? Let us know in the comment section below. On the 29th of April 2022, officers Kemledge, Brian, and Christopher Miller responded to a 911 call made by the suspect, Jamie Fife, in which she said her boyfriend physically and verbally abused her. After the arrival of the police, the situation was already bad. And it got worse after further investigation. Bodycam footage shows Officer Kemledge talking to Fife when another officer entered. She suddenly turned around and hysterically moved toward the officer. When she got too close, the officer noticed she had a knife in her hand.
Watch, knife!
Another officer suddenly grabbed her and tried to control her, but everything changed in seconds when she ran toward the kitchen. As Fife ran toward the kitchen with the knife, the officer deployed a taser.
911, send an additional. We got one at gunpoint. Fuck. Back. Knife!
Hitting her with 2 prongs, but it had no effect. All of a sudden, she pointed the knife toward Kemledge and got so close that the officer could have been harmed. He then fired 4 shots, all of them hitting Fife, and she died on the spot. Upon investigation after Fife's death, her brother informed the officers that she had turned off her car. She escalated the situation again by resisting the officers and refusing to get into the patrol car.
Face on your belly!
No.
Get on your belly!
Get on your belly! No, look at my
Get on your belly!
Your stomach!
Get on your Get on your belly! Get on your belly! Taser! Don't you f***ing move or you're getting zapped again.
You are such an abuser! You are a f***ing abuser!
But they eventually managed to get her inside. It seems that suspects like her commit crimes and illegal acts while expecting law enforcement to handle everything gently and not investigate them thoroughly. She repeatedly asked for her phone, but the officer told her that since she hit the cruiser, she wasn't allowed to make any calls or contact anyone until she got to jail. Before taking her to jail, the officer informed her that they had to go to the hospital first for an examination, but it didn't seem easy to deal with her at all. The officers stated in the report that they believed the woman was under the influence of medication and narcotics, a claim she confirmed. As a result, Kayla was charged with felony assault, obstructing justice, resisting arrest, and unlawful restraint. Moving on to our third case for this video. Santa Rosa County deputies arrested a Florida mom who arrived drunk to pick up her child from school. How she ended up will leave you upset. Her actions put her child in danger, leaving many questioning how a parent could let things go so far. Bodycam footage revealed that when the officer approached the suspect, he instructed her to stop driving.
I'm not driving. Don't do this to me, please. Look.
Come on, let's talk.
I'm such good friends with you. You can drive me home, please.
We're good friends. That's why you treated me the way you did.
But don't do it.
Come on.
Her daughter could be heard in the car as the officer ordered her to stay inside until another deputy arrived. Another deputy arrived and calmly approached Amber, explaining they needed to conduct a simple field sobriety test. At first, she hesitated and resisted, clearly nervous, but after some encouragement, she finally agreed to cooperate with the officers. Maybe she felt ashamed to do the field sobriety test in front of everyone, which is why she asked the police officers several times to do it somewhere else.
I'll do this somewhere separately.
Come on. We're gonna talk back here. I don't know. Come back here and talk. You said you wanted to talk to him. Let's come back here and talk. Come on, Amber. Come on, let's do field sobriety.
I've given so much to y'all.
However, the officer told her the only options were the school or the road where she had been pulled over. But should she have resisted? After all, it seems like she was more concerned about appearances than safety, especially while being under the influence. The officer conducted Amber's initial field sobriety test, which she passed to some extent. However, she kept insisting on doing the test somewhere else. You can hear Amber repeatedly saying, "If he passes by this area, he will take my kids," likely fearing that a family member or her husband might see her. It seemed she was more worried about being caught in that situation than focusing on the test itself.
Justin.
I don't have a choice, Amber.
You do.
I don't. You got 8% for a straight line.
Can we go quicker?
We're trying to find a straight line, Amber.
Amber failed to complete the field sobriety test and kept arguing with the officer who had someone named Joe. When she refused to cooperate further, the officer handcuffed her and placed her under arrest. Amber appeared visibly upset by her actions, and the fear of losing her children was clear on her face. However, no matter how distressed she seemed, no one can escape the consequences when it comes to law enforcement.
Amber?
Oh, God.
Don't grab me. Turn around.
Wait.
Turn around.
Wait.
Turn around.
I'll do it.
Turn around.
I'll do it.
Turn around.
Don't.
Turn around.
No. For one.
Turn around.
Don't do it. Yeah. You can take me home. You can do whatever. Please don't.
Amber, stop.
She was charged with driving under the influence and continuously resisting officer commands. Do you think the officer could set her free after her situation? For the fourth case of this video, we have another crazy Karen. On May 29th, 2024, officers arrested 42-year-old Alexandra Mason upon discovering Mason had an active felony warrant from another county. This simple stop led to a devastating turn that would give you goosebumps. Let's see what happened when officers approached Alexandria. Bodycam footage showed that when the officer approached, he asked her for her driver's license and ID. When he instructed her to step out of the car, she refused. To compel her, the officer reminded her that she had an active warrant in another country. She verbally gave her ID number and stubbornly told the officer that she wasn't allowed to stop her. However, the officer explained the reason for their investigation again despite her active warrant. She acted as if she knew nothing and called the stop harassment.
Hey ma'am, how you doing? Hey, do you have your driver's license and registration on? Are you the RO of this vehicle? Can you state your name? Are you Alexandra? Alright, Alexandra, I need you. Can you shut the car off for me, please?
It's ridiculous, and it's turning into harassment. You are not allowed to stop me. I don't want to say what I'm because
I can stop if you're driving a vehicle and there's a wanted person and you match the description. I can pull you over to be a wanted person.
Warrants or anything.
Well, that's not what my database is telling me. That's what I'm telling you.
You can hear her repeatedly saying things, which means she was talking about her previous felony herself. While one officer investigating Alexandra moved toward his vehicle, another officer stayed with her, engaging her in conversation to keep her occupied while properly conducting the investigation. She became aggressive when the officer asked her to sign the paperwork, even trying to threaten him by mentioning her lawyer. When the officer asked if she had any medical conditions, she listed several disorders, possibly hoping this would help her escape the situation. It seemed like she thought mentioning her medical issues would get her off the hook, but that's not how law enforcement operates.
I don't know. He said that, okay, so he was behind me. I got out of his way, he flashed me, so I moved over. And there was a car going in front of me, they were very slow. So I'm like, now you're gonna get stuck behind them, and he did.
Not for any of those extensive maladies?
Neurotin, but I don't take it anymore, no. I have such a blood disorder. I came this way because I was looking for my daughter. It's a long story, I really can't talk about it. But as far as the whole
I don't need
disclosure,
to talk about it. What I want to make
because
sure
I do need to talk about it, and I need help from somebody because I gave him my ID number. I worked for the government when I was younger.
When the officer asks if paramedics had checked her for these conditions, she denied it, making it clear she was likely lying. When the officer completed the investigation and returned to her car, he ordered her to step out since she had an active warrant. At that moment, she began causing a scene, refusing to listen to the officers and suddenly tried to flee from the investigation. One of the officers first attempted a pit maneuver on Alexandra, but failed. She thought she was lucky and could easily escape the police. However, that didn't happen.
Hey, can you step out the car from the police?
No, I'm not.
Oh, hold on.
I was given a pardon last
Tell me what you got real quick. Yeah, so they just confirmed she's wanted out of Citrus County. And they pick up out of Florida.
Given a pardon.
Yeah. Let's do this. Mika, why don't you bring your car up here? I want to get some paperwork out of that car. Bring your car up here to the front so I can look at it. I want to validate all
I was
this.
given a pardon, but when I was a child, this is what I was trying to tell you. When I was a child, I did something for this country, and I was given a what?
I'm investigating and I'm listening, but I want to see the paper before we get it. Before we go forward.
No, but you want a pattern?
No, I said pin. Okay, we're gonna bring this car up here and we're gonna pin your truck. Now, don't you drive off.
No,
don't you do it. Don't you do it.
From the aerial view, you can see Alexandra speeding at 120 miles per hour in an attempt to flee. But her first escape came to an abrupt end when she slammed into another motorist before bouncing off the guardrail. Suddenly, the officer seized the opportunity and arrested her. Though she was terrified by the situation, she had brought it all upon herself.
The truck's gonna blow up! It's gonna blow up! I'm gonna pee in myself!
It's a pattern many suspects follow. First, make things worse not only for themselves but also for others. In this case, 3 patrol cars were damaged during the chase, and a passing driver's car was also wrecked because of her actions. Even after her arrest, she continued shouting for her phone, still convinced that the officers had wronged her, even though she was the one who made everything worse. She also tried to gain the officers' sympathy by quickly listing several medical disorders, hoping they would take pity on her. Alexandra caused a lot of trouble for everyone involved.
My arms, I can't. Please put them in front. I can't lift myself up. I know I can't push myself up. I drink. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh, I need my phone. I need my phone. I need my phone.
When officers took her to the hospital, she kept talking about her wallet and other belongings, refusing to cooperate during the entire arrest. Later, when officers searched her car, they found a stolen firearm, drug paraphernalia, and controlled substances. She was charged with DUI, aggravated fleeing, and possession of a controlled substance. Alexandria was sentenced to 10 months in jail, followed by probation. On the 17th of July 2019, Oklahoma police officers arrested a 65-year-old woman, Deborah Hamill, after she resisted arrest and refused to sign an $80 ticket for a broken taillight.
I don't want to sign it because I don't want to do $80.
Bodycam footage showed the officer approaching Hamill after noticing her broken tail light. When the officer began questioning her, Hamill explained that her car had been hit 6 months ago, but the damage wasn't as bad as it looked, and the car was still drivable. The officer reminded her that it's illegal to drive with a broken tail light, as taillights help other drivers see the vehicle, ensuring safe travel in the dark.
So what's going on with your truck?
It's been hit, and we're waiting to see if I can't find a bed for it. It's drivable.
Yeah, but it's not legal because you got a busted taillight.
However, the officer checked her identity, driver's license, and insurance to see if everything was in order. A few seconds later, the officer returned to Hamill and advised her to at least fix the taillight, warning that the white lights could blind other drivers in the dark. Instead of complying and resolving the issue, Hamill started offering weak excuses. The situation escalated when the officer handed her an $80 ticket to sign, but she refused.
I don't think red tape's gonna help you there. You don't have enough plastic to tape over.
Well, you know, I kind of hate to buy one if I'm going to get the whole bed and it's going to have everything on it. No, because I don't think that I deserve to pay $80 for something that is fixable and I can fix it.
All right.
If that's all you want
Go ahead,
to do.
step out of the car.
Why?
Because you're under arrest. Step out.
I don't think I deserve to pay $80 for something that can be fixed, she argued. She then told the officer she would be fair with him and accused him of being full of nonsense. It's really hard to understand why people misbehave with officers even when it's their fault. When she refused to sign the ticket, the officer ordered her to step out of the car because she was under arrest. However, like many other suspects, she disobeyed the officer's command and locked her car's doors and windows. Even when the officer informed her that she was under arrest, she turned it around and disrespectfully said, "No, I'm not under arrest."
You be fair with me and I'll be fair with you.
Step out.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
She escalated the situation herself by fleeing the scene in her car. The officer, however, wanted her not to take off, but she stubbornly did so. The cop chased after her, turning on the blue lights and sirens of his patrol car to make her stop. After a few miles, she stopped her car but didn't step out of it. Hamill resisted multiple commands to step out of her car, leaving the officer with no choice but to physically drag her from the vehicle.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
You better leave me!
Put your hands behind your back!
Leave me alone!
During her arrest, she fell to the ground while struggling against the officer. Despite repeated warnings, she refused to cooperate. And when she continued to resist, the officer eventually had to taser her. Hamill attempted to kick the officer while shouting, "You better leave me alone." But fortunately, the officer successfully managed to handcuff her.
Put your hands behind your back!
She did feel guilty for what she had done, knowing it was wrong. The arrest was made on charges of assault and battery on a police officer and felony resisting arrest. Before moving on to our second case, make sure you're subscribed to Bodycam Reveal. In October 2023, a 9-year-old black girl, Bobby Wilson, was racially profiled after her white neighbor, Gordon Lashy, called the police while she was trying to kill spotted lanternflies, an invasive species that imperils trees. Officers received a 911 call in which Gordon can be heard saying, "There's a little black woman walking, spraying stuff on the sidewalks and trees on Elizabeth and Florence. I don't know what the hell she's doing. It scares me though." Moreover, he added that she's a real small woman.
There's a little black woman walking and spraying stuff on the sidewalks and trees. I don't know what the hell she's doing. It scares me though.
Police body camera footage shows an officer from the Caldwell Police Department responding to the call. As he approaches the young girl, he asks what's going on. The 9-year-old explains how she's treating the grass with a spray to protect against an invasive species of lanternflies. When the officer spoke to the girl, her mother, Monique Joseph, approached. The officer explained everything to Joseph and reassured her that her daughter was completely fine. Joseph was shocked to learn that a neighbor who had lived next to them for the past 8 years had called 911 on her 9-year-old daughter.
What's that? Oh, what are you using the spotter? You're trying to catch him? Someone just called in and said that she was alone spraying something on the grass. I see that. Oh, you know Gordon? Okay. Yeah. What's your address?
12 Elizabeth.
12.
Right there.
Okay.
Yes, I'm saying we are.
You're obviously next door neighbors.
Yeah. I yelled good morning to his mother's right.
This incident traumatized Bobby. It's truly hard to understand how someone can be so racist that they even express hatred towards children. Children are innocent, and targeting them with such discrimination is extremely wrong.
No, you're not in trouble.
How many did you kill? How many trees did you save?
They're bad. They're all over the place.
Yeah, he should be
They
happy.
really are.
After the incident, Miss Joseph and her older daughter, Hayden, spoke out about the incident in front of the Caldwell Town Council. They described how her neighbor had unnecessarily put her daughter in harm's way. She said in an interview, "Racism, intentional or not, is still racism. What's your point of view in this case? Do let us know in the comment section below. On the 1st of April 2021, Fort Lauderdale police officers took Luba Bozanich into custody following a racist rant inside a South Florida Walgreens. Bodycam footage shows an officer approaching Bozanich after Fort Lauderdale police were called to a Walgreens in Southeast following a heated confrontation between customers. As soon as the officer approached her, he handcuffed her for spitting on him. Rather than feeling ashamed for her actions, Bozanich claimed she had been verbally abused. However, being verbally abused does not give anyone the right to spit on another person.
Typical man to say that.
Ma'am, no weapons on you or anything like that?
No fear.
No, that's okay. Stand up for me, please.
No.
Just make sure you don't have any weapons on you.
Look, I don't even have
I don't know.
pockets.
Turn around. I don't want to touch you.
Pockets.
Okay. Under arrest for battery.
I didn't do any battery.
No, when you spit on people, that's battery.
No, I did not. Listen, he verbally abused me.
Well, that doesn't give you the right to spit on him. That's what.
She was so stubborn at first, but she didn't resist.
यार आंखें तो ऐसी आ रही हैं जैसे मैं वो नहीं होता ज़ॉम्बी। फुल काली हुई पड़ी। यार तुम जरा वीडियो बनाओ, देखो मैं तुमसे भी ऐसे थोड़ा पीछे से मजा बनी रही है। हाँ तो फ्रंट बनाओ ना अपनी, पीछे आऊँगा मैं। यार फ्रंट ऐसे होती है आपको मूवी में चपेड़ मार देगी, टेढ़ा करके पीछे कर हाथ ऐसे पकड़ ऐसे।
मैंने बता
मुझे तो ऐसे लगना ज़्यादा
मेरा कौन लग रहा है। बिल्कुल वो नन थी ना, उसकी आंखें इस तरह कर साथ मेरे खून की भी है।
उतार के तेरी लग रही है। कर दो
पढ़ने लिखने वाला अच्छा
बहुत गंदी आ रही है आंखें यार, कुछ करना पड़ेगा। बहुत काली हुई आंखें काली हैं तो क्या हुआ, व्यू तो अच्छा है ना। किधर
वो अगले बार
यार आंखें तो ऐसी आ रही हैं जैसे मैं वो नहीं होता ज़ॉम्बी। फुल काली हुई पड़ी। यार तुम जरा वीडियो बनाओ, देखो मैं तुमसे भी ऐसे थोड़ा पीछे से मजा बनी रही है। हाँ तो फ्रंट बनाओ ना अपनी, पीछे आऊँगा मैं। यार फ्रंट ऐसे होती है आपको मूवी में चपेड़ मार देगी, टेढ़ा करके पीछे कर हाथ ऐसे पकड़ ऐसे।
मैंने बता
मुझे तो ऐसे लगना ज़्यादा
मेरा कौन लग रहा है। बिल्कुल वो नन थी ना, उसकी आंखें इस तरह कर साथ मेरे खून की भी है।
उतार के तेरी लग रही है। कर दो आप
पढ़ने लिखने वाला अच्छा
बहुत गंदी आ रही है आंखें यार, कुछ करना पड़ेगा। बहुत काली हुई आंखें काली हैं तो क्या हुआ, व्यू तो अच्छा है ना। किधर
वो अगले बार
यार आंखें तो ऐसी आ रही हैं जैसे मैं वो नहीं होता ज़ॉम्बी। फुल काली हुई पड़ी। यार तुम जरा वीडियो बनाओ, देखो मैं तुमसे भी ऐसे मजा बन ही रही है। हाँ तो फ्रंट बनाओ ना अपनी, पीछे आऊँगा मैं यार। फ्रंट ऐसे होती है आपको मूवी में चपेड़ मार टेढ़ा करके पीछे कर हाथ, ऐसे पकड़ ऐसे,
मैंने बता
मुँह तो ऐसा लगना ज़्यादा
मेरे कौन लग रहा
अच्छी तो अच्छी।
बिल्कुल वो नन थी ना, उसकी आंखें इस तरह कर साथ मेरे खून की भी है।
उतार के तेरी लग रही है। कर दो रब।
पढ़ने लिखने वाला छात्र।
बहुत गंदी आ रही है आंखें यार, कुछ करना पड़ेगा। तो बहुत काली हुई आंखें काली हैं तो क्या हुआ, व्यू तो अच्छा है ना। किधर
वो आग लगा
यार, आंखें तो ऐसी आ रही हैं जैसे मैं वो नहीं होता ज़ॉम्बी। फुल काली हुई पड़ी। यार तुम जरा वीडियो बनाओ, देखो मैं अंदर से भी ऐसा ही थोड़ा पीछे से मजा बन ही रही है। हाँ तो फ्रंट बनाओ ना अपनी, पीछे आऊँगा मैं यार। फ्रंट ऐसे होती है आपको मूवी में चपेड़ मार टेढ़ा करके पीछे कर हाथ, ऐसे पकड़ ऐसे,
मैंने बता
मुँह तो ऐसा लगना ज़्यादा
मेरे कौन लग रहा
अच्छी तो
बिल्कुल वो नन थी ना, उसकी आंखें इस तरह कर साथ मेरे खून की भी है।
उतार के तेरी लग रही है। कर दो रब।
पढ़ने लिखने वाला छात्र।
बहुत गंदी आ रही है आंखें यार, कुछ करना पड़ेगा। तो बहुत काली हुई आंखें काली हैं तो क्या हुआ, व्यू तो अच्छा है ना।
आग लगा
किधर